Hey everyone, happy Friday. TGIF, right? If you're like me, you're glad it's Friday. And if you live in Ontario, I'm not sure if it's a whole Canadian thing, but I know in Ontario, Canada, we have a long weekend this weekend. It's called our civic holiday. So I can't remember if it's a provincial or federal. I don't know. I don't remember. I always get it confused. I'm pretty sure I thought it was just a provincial one because I'm pretty sure we got the mail, but that could be Family Day that's just provincial and not federal. But I know for sure Family Day is just provincial, but I'm not sure about Civic Holiday. Anyway, happy Civic Holiday weekend for all those who celebrate across Canada. So this is my weekly yarn basket, and I actually don't know if you watched any of my previous ones, but for the last 2 weeks I've said that I ran out of number 2 yarn. I found another number 2 yarn in my stash. I was so excited when I went through them all. So I included it in this week's. Now, if you like this kind of video where I showed the yarn, sorry, I'm getting one of those scam calls again. I'm not going to answer it because I just had the same call on my husband's phone, his cell phone. So I know I'm not answering it. Anyway, I have a bunch of yarn and I'm ready to share it. So if you like this, as I was going to say, if you like this type of video, I have in my playlist, if you click on playlist on my channel and go down to Barb's Weekly Yarn Basket, you can watch episodes 1 through 6. There's a whole bunch of lovely yarns in there too, all the way from number 1 yarn all the way to number 7 in some instances. I don't have a lot of 7s and I don't have a lot of 2s, but the rest I have quite a bit of. I'm slowly running out of number 1s, but I'm always restocking and getting some more, and these days I'm really liking number 1 yarn. I've been making different things, like I'm making a cowl with a number 1 yarn right now, so I'm kind of enjoying the number 1 yarns. So you never know how many more I get. So until I run out of those, that's great. I'll keep on showing you. So my first number 1 yarn, I actually purchased at our local Dollarama, which is a dollar store and more. Right now it's up, in 2020, it's up to $4 you can pay. Used to be $1. I used to work there for quite a few years, and it used to be just $1, and then it went up after I left there. So these were actually, it's still a really good price. These were $2 a piece, as you see on the label. Where is it? There we go. $2. And I've got here a kind of grayish navy and that gray. And these are just, says knit it on it, and it says knitting yarn. It doesn't have a number on it, but it's a number. You can see that it's a number 1 yarn. And it says to use a 3 to 4 millimeter needle or hook, and I'm guessing it's a 3 millimeter for knitting needles or 4 millimeter for crochet hook. This is 100 grams and it's 100% acrylic. Now, this is a typical sock yarn feel, so that scratchy, you don't want them real soft because you slide all over the place kind of thing. This is the typical scratchy sock yarn. Great, wonderful stuff, right? Pretty colors. It came in a purple color, there was like a dusty rose color, there was black. I think they had about 6 different colors, and they were out of the other colors. I just had seen them at another store when I wasn't purchasing yarn, and when I went to actually purchase some, they didn't have the colors that I really wanted at that one, but I wanted to get 2 anyway to show you. So this does not, well, on the front anyway, it does not unfortunately tell me how much yardage there is on it. That's unfortunate. Let's see the other sock yarn I have here. Okay, so the other sock yarn I have says it's about 430 yards or 400 meters. So I'm guessing this is at least that. this seems a little bit finer than my next one. So again, those were $2 a piece at my local Dollarama store, plus taxes, of course. So my next yarn is also a number 1, and it's from Mary Maxim, called Simply Sock Yarn. Pretty, eh? The colors, like the all different like it's the way it's the strands are twisted together. It's really pretty. And you know what, those didn't even say where they were made from. I just thought of that. Let's see. Oh, it does. It just says China. It doesn't say made in China, but it says China, which I figured because head office was in China anyway. So this here, Mary Maxim. Oh, those don't even say colors. They just have a number. I guess if you're interested in the number. Oh, they don't even have a number. It's just a really long barcode number. Yeah, they don't really have a number on them. That's too bad. Just this is like a bluish purpley gray color, and this is just like a light gray. That really threw me off, that one. Okay, so this is the Mary Maxim Simply Sock Yarn in the color of Granite. And it has a dye lot number, so you need to make sure you have enough of the yarn when you purchase, and make sure it has the same dye lot number so your project will look the same. Now, sometimes, like if you're getting a hand dyed yarn type and it's a sock yarn, what you can do always is use the one colorway, the one skein, and then switch to another skein that was another dye lot, and then switch back to the other dye lot, so that you're kind of mixing them in. Or if you're holding 2 strands together, it never really matters anyway. So that's just a little tip for you there. So this is a number 1, super fine. Calls for 3mm knitting needles. It doesn't say crochet hook, so I would say the same or 3.5 crochet hook. It says to hand wash in cool water, lay flat to dry. It's made in Turkey. It's 100 grams or 3.5 ounces, 430 yards or 400 meters. And as you could tell with the fuzz, you could see the fuzz on there. Wait, you see the little fuzz sticking out there? You know what that means. 75% superwash wool, 25% polyamide, which is like a nylon. There's a scientific way, but it's like pretty much the same as nylon. It has the same ingredients in it. So this is like any sock yarn that's scratchy, but I would bet this would be so warm because of the wool in it. I was going to make socks with this, but since I'm in the middle of making the other cowl, and it's that mustard yellow and that beautiful, beautiful green, I think I will need a black one when I'm done that, just to have on my needles all the time, because I enjoy having something that's knitted sitting there, like a project to grab or crochet. So I like switching back and forth and not working on the same project every day. Even I might have 3 things in the daytime that I switch. Like in the morning, I might work on a crochet along that I'm doing. In the afternoon, I might start knitting my cowl. And in the evening, I might start working on a amigurumi that I'm making for a Christmas gift or something. So I'm always switching everything around. So this is, I'm anxious to use this. I think I have 2 balls of this. I call them balls, not skeins. I don't know why. I've always did it. Some people call that wool. Some people say skeins, some skeins, right? So I, as promised, a number 2. I know. I was actually surprised it was a number 2. I grabbed it thinking it was number 4. But when you see it, just a little bit thicker than the number 1 yarn. This is Vanna Vanna's Glamour by Lion Brand. Ooh, the writing on this is very small. I apologize for the squinting face. This is called, the colorway is called Jewel. Look at the sparkle in that. Ooh, that's pretty. I wish I had more than one ball of this. I just have the one, so it's not going to do too much. I wouldn't even be able to, I guess a headband, something like that. It might make a hat. It is 50 grams or 1.75 ounces. It has 202 yards or 185 meters. It's 96% acrylic and 4% polyester. And it's actually a little bit rougher than the sock yarns I just showed you. I'm very surprised. Yeah, I'm really surprised. Usually they throw that polyester in, and something with polyester in is actually pretty soft. But it's not that great, honestly. I wouldn't even like that around my neck. Yeah, I think it's either going to have to be a hat or a headband. So number 2, weight, 3.75 knitting needles or 4.25 millimeter crochet hook. It says machine wash, cool, and lay flat to dry. And it's made in Turkey. And again, that's Vanna's Glamour by Lion Brand. It's pretty. I don't even remember where I purchased this. It could have been at the secondhand store. I don't know, so I can't really tell you the price of that one. And same with the Mary Maxim one. I'm sure it was very expensive, whoever purchased it originally, but I purchased that at the secondhand store as well. Usually what I do is I get a mixed bag, and they're usually $5.99, $6.99, and you get a mixture of all different yarns in it. Now on to number 3 yarns. I have with me some Loops and Thread Snuggly Wuggly. This is color is Dove Gray. It's 100% acrylic, and it's pretty soft. Like, it's not the softest. Like, my scale of 1 to 10, I would consider this about a 6. For a baby blanket, it wouldn't be too bad if the baby had clothing on. I don't think I'd want to make any, like a sweater and have the baby wear nothing underneath. It's a little bit too scratchy for that, but it's not scratchy. But they have sensitive skins, so you want to make sure that it's something super soft that you're putting on them, right? So I've used this actually for amigurumi. I've used it for, like, if I made another one of these sweaters, I could use this. Like, it doesn't have to be for baby. Number 3 yarns, there's so much projects out there on Ravelry that you can find that are for adults that use a number 3 yarn. It just makes it a nice light summery, like for ponchos, things like that are airy and flowy. Tank top, I would even wear it. Like, it doesn't have to be cotton. I mean, if it's 80 degrees outside anyway, you're probably not going to wear something crocheted, even if it was a tank top. Even if it was made of cotton, it would still probably be a little heavy for you in that kind of weather. So this has 446 yards or 408 meters. 5 ounces or 141 grams. It's 100% acrylic, as I said. The color, again, is Dove Gray, if you're interested in the color. It's made in Canada with some imported fibers. It's a number 3. Uses 4mm knitting needles or crochet hook. Machine wash warm on gentle and wash with light colors. Non-chlorine bleach when needed, tumble dry on low, and do not iron. Again, that's Snuggly Wuggly by Loops and Thread. It's a nice yarn to work with. It doesn't split. I don't find it pills either. They should put that on the label, non-pilling, because I never found anything I made with this ever pilled on me. So my next number 3 is a big skein Red Heart Comfort Sport. Just a pretty blue. Really lovely blue. Like, I would even use these two together. Use one for trim or one for a collar and the trim around and the pockets, or switching colorways, like doing striped work, all that. That would be nice, the two colors together. So this is Red Heart Comfort Sport in the colorway of, does it tell me? Oh, where does it say the color? It has no dye lot number. So isn't that amazing? I don't know about the Snuggly Wuggly. Let me just do a quick check for you for this. This has dye lot numbers. The Snuggly Wuggly does, but this has no dye lot numbers. Red Heart Comfort Sport. It doesn't tell me, unless I'm blind, which wouldn't be too shocking, but it doesn't say a color number. It just says product number N399. Then it has a number 4317. Now, if that's the number, I don't know. I'm sorry that I can't tell you more information on that. This says it's 100% acrylic, and this is actually not even as soft as this. This is like a number 4 or 5. Like, I would much rather do maybe baby slippers or something out of this, or anything that, like hats or things that are covered with hair or with clothing, other clothing. This is machine washable and dryable. Weight is 350 grams or 12.35 ounces. 1,050 meters or 1,144 yards. It says no iron and no bleach. It just has the symbols for that. It doesn't say it in words, but 4mm knitting needles or 4.5mm crochet hook, and it's a number 3 yarn. And again, Red Heart Comfort Sport in a really pretty light blue, but a little scratchy for my liking. Another kind of scratchy yarn that a lot of people feel even worse about. They feel probably worse than Red Heart Super Saver. And you know, Michael's, I don't know if you've ever been to Michael's, they have their brand of yarn. I can't remember off the top of my head their brand of yarn. I'll think about it. And it's even scratchier than Red Heart Super Saver, like really scratchy. This comes in that place, like it's a number 1, like it's super scratchy. I don't like it, but it has its place. Like, I mean, if I was to make some rugs with this or things, or I don't know what else, slippers, I guess, because they won't be slippery. But this is Karen Kindness. Okay, and I have 2 colorways here. They're a number 4 weight yarn. This one's called Dark Navy, and this one's called Candy Pink. It's a beautiful pink. They have some beautiful colors in it. Really nice colors. Let's see if there's a dye lot. First of all, there's a number. It doesn't say no dye lot numbers, so I'm assuming you have to match the dye lot numbers. It's made in China. It's 7 ounces or 198 grams. 345 yards. Nope. 345 meters. Oh, scratch that. 345 yards. I was right the first time. 315 meters. I'm sorry. 100% polyester. I'm surprised it's not softer, because I felt polyester before that was super soft and I loved it. I'm not sure why it's so scratchy, honestly. Machine washable and dryable. Well, that's a bonus. 5mm knitting needles or 5mm crochet hook. And like I said, it's scratchy. I don't find this is worth your money. It goes, I think it's $4.99 at Michael's, maybe $5.99. Like, I'm in Canada, keep that in mind. It does go on sale. They have sales and everything. But speaking of Michael's, did you see that they just sent me an email this morning, say they have over 200 new kinds of yarn. Like, I don't know if it's just new colors of the old kinds or if it's new kinds altogether, but so excited to go check it out. So excited. I hope they're not really out of my budget, because some can be, and I wait for good sales to buy some. So if you have seen some and want to share, go to either Knotty Yarnies on Instagram and share like pictures. I don't know if you could specifically tag me in pictures. I guess you could do it that way. Or go into Facebook on Knotty Yarnies, and there's add a Facebook group, and I have to accept that you can come in and show me if you got a yarn haul, and just show me pictures, or you could private message me a video if you like that way. I'd love to see the new yarns out there. I don't get out there very often, like, probably for good reason. Just check the description box down below. Click on the little downward triangle on the bottom right of this video, and all my information, my email, my Facebook, my Instagram handle, it's all there for you to see. So share away, and I'd love to see the photos of anything that you've purchased from Michael's. Oh, I'm so excited to check it out. The next, that's the next number 4. So we're on to number 4. I purchased this at a little yarn shop in Sturgeon Falls when I was there, and with my husband on our anniversary trip, our 25th anniversary trip. This is called Premier Yarns Candy Shop. This is, I paid $11 for each skein. I bought 2 because I knew I would do something with 2 more than I would with 1. And it's almost a number, like, it's supposed to be a number 4, but I would say it's in between, like on the heavier side of number 4. So it's 260 yards or 238 meters, 5 ounces or 140 grams. 5mm knitting needles or 5.5mm crochet hook, machine wash on cold, tumble dry. And it's made in Turkey, and this color is called Jelly Bean. And it's 100% acrylic, and it is soft. I find this to be about a number 7. Like, it's so lovely and soft. You'll see it has a little bit of fur there off the sides. It's a pretty yarn. Oh, I could just cuddle this yarn. It's a lovely yarn. Totally worth the $11, I think. Now onto the larger numbers. Got my next basket here. So number 5's. Number 5? Yep, number 5 bulky. The first one we have here is by Loops and Thread, and it's called Haze Broom Niblina. I will show you in case I'm pronouncing it wrong. And I've got 2 colorways of that. And this one here is called London Fog. Look at the fuzz on that. And this one here is called Warm Cocoa. I like that name. Look at the fuzz. Oh, I love the fuzz. So I'm hopeful what it's made out of. So I'll show you this while I read the label. It is made in Canada with imported fibers. It's hand wash, lay flat to dry. Make sure you buy enough of the die lot number. 6mm knitting needles and a 6mm crochet hook, or a 6mm crochet hook. It's 180 yards or 164 meters. It weighs 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. It's 100% acrylic, which I'm very surprised by. I'm very surprised it's just 100% acrylic. It's got a fuzz that I could have swore that it was like alpaca in it or wool. And since it's 100% acrylic, I'm going to tell you that it's really soft. Not since it's acrylic, because as you've seen, there's acrylics that feel like a number 1 to me. This feels like it's a number 7. It's very nice. Very nice. I purchased, I think, 3 balls of each to make myself a poncho with this for the fall. Oh, it's beautiful yarn. I purchased this in those bags from the secondhand store, so I have no clue how much they are regular price. I'm assuming they were probably around the $8.99 mark Canadian. I would say that's what they were. If they were less, I'd be really surprised. They were probably actually even more than that. So my next number 5 yarn is pretty popular this year. It's Red Heart Hygge. And this colorway is called Cloud. This is gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. I purchased this to make one of Ashley at Heart Hook Home. She has a hibernation hoodie. It's a paid for pattern, but I bought this to make that, and I haven't made it yet, but it's on the back end of my long list for the next couple years of things that I want to make for myself. And my patterns for myself are few and far between, so we'll see when I get it done. You'll definitely know. I'll be showing you my progress. This is made in Turkey. It has a die lot number, so you are aware. So you buy enough for your die lot number. 6.5 millimeter crochet hook or knitting needles. Machine wash, cold, gentle cycle, and tumble dry low. No iron, no dry clean. That's pretty wonderful that it's washable. That's nice. It's 70% acrylic and 30% nylon. And luxurious, I'll tell you, if you have not felt this yarn before, it's like an 8 or 9. Like, it is so soft. Like, I love this yarn so much. Oh, I love it. It's 8 ounces, so it's half a pound. 227 grams. 212 yards or 194 meters. Of course, because it's a number 5 yarn, so that's why it's chunkier, right? There's a picture on the ball band that shows a blanket, and it takes 4 balls to make it with knitting it. And as you know, knitting takes up less yarn than crochet does. But if you were to make this here project, it would take 4 balls, and I'm assuming that's just a little lapgan. So yeah, I think Ashley's the hibernation hoodie, for my size I needed 4 just for that. So, but it has a hood on it and it has a pouch, so that's quite a lot of material too to make those two. It's probably a ball in itself. So that's the number 5 yarns are done. Just throwing them on the floor. I always pick them up after the podcast. So my next is number 6. Is Burnout Galaxy. It's a pretty fun looking one. There's the label. This colorway here with the gold and the gray tones is called Mercury. And this one here, oh, a fitting name because it says Galaxy, right? And this one here is called Pluto. Pretty cool. I'll show you the one while I read the label for the other. So it must have yes, it has a die lot number. It's a number 6 bulky, actually super bulky, sorry. 6.5 millimeter crochet hook or 6.5 millimeter knitting needle. It's 50 grams or 1.75 ounces. Oh my goodness, my headband's falling off. Sorry. I'm having a frizzy hair day today. Hand wash and lay flat to dry. 77% acrylic, 8% polyester, 7.5% mohair, and 7.5% alpaca. And soft. For wool and alpaca, like, I find those soft. Maybe you find them scratchy, one or both. I find them super soft. Like, I find this like a number 7, almost to an 8 for myself for softness. It's beautiful. I had somebody tell me that if you want to know if mohair bothers you, if wool bothers you, if alpaca bothers you, whatever, crochet or knit up a swatch, like 4x4, 6x6, and tuck it under your bra strap, or if you're a gentleman, tuck it in maybe your belt loop or something under your clothes, and wear it around for the day, and so it's rubbing against your skin, and then see if it's bothering you, if it itches you, or if you end up with a rash or something like that, then you know not to purchase anymore, or if you have it, maybe to gift the stuff to people that it doesn't bother. So it's a good way to trial to see how you react to it. This is 60 yards or 55 meters. There's not a whole lot in it. It's very, very thick because, well, it's a number 6, super bulky. Kind of crimpy in areas, and other areas it's more fuzzy. It's kind of like a roving. There's little tufts of material. See, I'll try to get it on my finger. Little tufts of material there. See there? The gold part here. Yeah, little things like that. Baubles or whatever. I think I said it's 50 grams, 1.75 ounces. Yeah. They have a picture of a shawl on the ball here, and it says it takes 6 of these balls just to make the little shawl, and it's just a little shawl that it's not even closed. It just, I'll show you a picture. 6 balls, so that just shows you that this doesn't go very far. Yeah. This is another one of those ones that I got from Value Village out of a bag of goodies. So I'm not sure how much it would be. I just seen the mohair, alpaca, and I just love that stuff for our Canadian winters. So keeps you really nice and warm. I'll leave that in here. My last is a number 6. Is I got at the tent sale when I was in Ottawa, one of the summers that my husband took me. It's called Bernat Beyond. That's a purple. It's not showing very well that it's purple. Maybe I'll see if I can, I'll open it, so maybe it'll show purple. Not really, eh? It's showing more like a purpley gray. It is a medium purple. It's medium purple, like a medium beige, and a light gray color. And that's Bernat Beyond. Number 6, super bulky. This colorway is called Lilac Path Barge. Lilac Path Barge, and it's B-A-R-G period. There is dye lot numbers. Uses 8mm knitting needles or crochet hook. Machine washable and dryable. 85% acrylic and 15% nylon. So there's going to be a little bit of a stretch for you. So if you're making something like a shirt or something, you can make it form-fitting, so not as much ease, and it will stretch with you. This is nice yarn. On a softness, I'd say about a 6. It's not scratchy at all. It's not super soft either, but it's pleasant. It's really nice. It's 120 grams or 4.2 ounces and has 80 yards or 73 meters. I purchased three in a bag like this, and I bought 2 bags of these. It was at the tent sale $11 or $13 for the 3. So let's say it was $13. So that's $4.33 per skein. And I'm not sure how much they'd be at Michael's or anything. I've never seen these at Michael's myself, but this is made in China. What else can I tell you here? Well, that's it. That's all the information on the thing it has. So that's the yarn basket for this week, guys. Like I said, if you like this video and you like learning about all different yarns and how they feel, and if you need dye lots or how much yardage they all have, like any of the information, just go back and watch some more of mine under my playlist. I would love if you do that. Don't forget to like if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate that if you enjoyed. I'd love for you to hang around for some more. Next week I'll be showing you, I have a couple things planned. Next week I'm showing you my progress on my sweater. I started, and I'm telling you, I'm having a hard time putting it down. It's turning out beautiful. I'm actually having a hard time putting it down to finish my crochet along. We're on week 4 of the Better Together Afghan for the crochet crowd, and I'm not done week 3. I have about 4 more rows to go. The rows, of course, are getting longer and longer because we're getting bigger and bigger, right? But I'm having a hard time putting my sweater down to crochet. I'll be honest. It's at a standstill, but I want to get the Afghan. That'll be while this video is loading. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to show you my sweater next week. I'll show you where I am on my cowl that matches my sweater, and I'll show you how I'm going around on the stitch along. Let's check that out. I'm also going to be filming next week the bunny that you might have seen on the previous video. I had a couple people say they'd be interested. Someone thought they were slippers, but they're actually a stuffed rabbit, and they're made out of a square. So easy. So I'm going to show you how to do it in knitted if you'd like to knit it, and I'll show you how to crochet it if you'd like to crochet it. If you have material kicking around, you're a material girl, you could make them out of material as well. They're that simple. So I'll show you how to do all that, and I'm in the works of planning to do other videos. So, but look forward to that. Until next time, everybody, have a great weekend and keep on being naughty. Bye-bye.